talk about the other part of abundance. Because abundance has two parts, again. Getting used to giving is one thing, and the second thing is getting used to receiving, right? So in this video, let's talk about giving. So here's the thing. I realize that a lot of times when people are struggling with abundance or they have blocks, okay, is they either cringe when they give, or when they're receiving, they're not fully receiving when someone's trying to give to them. And abundance, you can deconstruct it by looking at when someone is giving and receiving, what are the thoughts, the emotions, the energies that they are experiencing when both of those are happening. And you can kind of that's one of the ways to figure out, okay, what can I work on? What's an area of opportunity, right? So in this video, let's talk about giving. Is there a limit to when you give? Have you tried to blindly give, right? And have you tried giving without any expectation? Giving from a place of, you know what? There's no lack. There's nothing running, right? And that doesn't even have to be monetarily. It can be just from yourself, right? You're just who you are as a person. And that's one of the things that I've learned earlier on. As back in the day, I remember I was very, very tit for tat, very scarcity minded of hey, I don't want to give advice. I don't want to give love. I don't want to just give, because if I give, I lose something. Because in society, that's how we're trained. When we're giving, if I have a chocolate, if I'm giving that chocolate to somebody, right, I'm losing that actual chocolate in my hand. I can no longer eat it because I just gave it to someone, right? That is how, if you're looking from that point of view, yeah, you're losing an object. But what I later learned, right, is there's two ways of looking at it. Is as you give, you lose, or as you give, you also gain, right? So, for example, let's say my wife loves chocolates, and I give her chocolates, right? Do I really lose the chocolate? Or do I lose some? Do I actually lose something, or do I gain something? It's the question. Do you lose or do you gain? Here's the thing. When I give as an act of love, as an act of service, I gain something back. Whether it's the smile on her face brings me joy, or expression fulfills me, right? I'm wow, I made someone's day or made them happy. I gain a richer experience, right? And a lot of the times that one shift has changed so many things in my life. And that is focusing on, as I give, what do I gain? Not as I give, what do I lose? Because again, whatever we focus on, we tend to find it. Because whatever we focus on, we create more of that experience. It becomes our reality. So when you are giving, right, it's one of the things that I want you to start thinking when you're giving something, especially if it's painful, or you feel like you're losing. Ask what you're gaining. What are you gaining? Another thing that I would actually suggest that you guys do, okay? It's a practice, but try this. For 7 days, try over tipping, okay? So I know some countries, I'm from the Philippines, and their tipping is not mandatory, but here in the United States, it is customary to tip 10, 15, 20%, all right? So here's what I want you to do. For the next 7 days, maybe it's one of the meals that you have out, or not, you don't have to do it every meal. You can if you want to, but find opportunities to over tip, right? So if your bill is $10 and $2 is 25%, give $3, just slightly over tip, okay? And see what that brings up in you. See, and if that's doesn't bring up anything in you, pick another meal, do 40%. Okay, do it like, find the magic number that kind of brings up like, ooh, that's too much to tip. That's too much to give. Okay? Just find that. And when that pops up, okay, it's a perfect time to test and figure out, okay, by giving this to this other person who is working hard to provide a service, an experience, what is this going to do for her life, and can I gain something from what I'm contributing? From what I am giving, what am I gaining? Is it when your head hits the pillow at night, you feel good because you've given to another human being more than that's customary, and that might make their day and just feel good? What are you gaining? And I want you to look for experiences in the next 7 days to just give, whether it's a little bit of your time, whether it's a little bit more of your presence, whether it's more actions, whether it's monetary. Just give and start rewiring and asking yourself, refocusing. If you catch your mind focusing on what am I losing, let's refocus back on what am I gaining. Okay, and this does so much. Inexplainable. It really is, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. And whatever energy is present when it comes to giving in one area related to money and abundance, it goes over and crosses in other areas. So if we can remove the fear of loss or the energy of loss when giving, that is half the equation. Okay, and in the next video, I'm going to go over the second part is when it comes to receiving. All right, so go ahead, let's do that. Let's try it out. I'll see you in the next video.